So he went out looking for food in the wrong places. He looked to break into somebody's house, basically, to rob some food. The police caught him and shot him dead. Killed him. Why? Because he was hungry. That's all it was. He just wanted some food. But if we can build projects like this, if we can continue the work that happens, that's how you end poverty. That's how you end homelessness. That's how you make sure that at least somebody's got something. And if that something is football, if that something is what they want, then that's what they'll come out for. And then they don't need to be hungry. They don't need to worry about where they're getting the medical supplies or where they're getting that support. And that's really what this international event, the Homeless World Cup, does. It celebrates the fact that people are trying to change. And there, for the grace of God go I, sort of thing. Because I could have been homeless if I'd have lost my job, if I didn't have that support network. I was literally sitting there listening to the wonderful music from the guys in Africa and just listening and thinking, I've just read this story about Bert Zernez, who's going to play for Philippines this year. He's going to represent the Philippines team. He left home when he was 10 because of a turbulent home life. His father was pretty violent. He hadn't seen anybody within his family for 12 years. Because they did a news article about the Homeless World Cup team that's going out from Manila, somebody in his neighbourhood saw that on TV, who told his mother that they'd just seen her boy, on TV. They've now been reunited after 12 years. She's been looking for him for 12 years. That's the power of football, really. It sounds silly, but that's the power of football. It's those stories that I see every day. Even locally, I've had a guy that's been with us right from the beginning. When I first met him, he just started heroin injections. He wanted to escape. He got such a horrible life. He just wanted out. He just wanted to forget. But he always, underneath that, loved his football. So by putting on a football project, what we're able to do, in his own words, is replace one habit with another. I'm proud to say he's been clean for 6 months now. He's not using any script, any medication, nothing. All because I said, you want to come and play football for an hour? And sometimes it's just enough for him to forget about, for an hour, what's going on and the chaos in his life. Have I stopped him from being homeless? No. But at least I've given him an hour where he's not thinking about that. And I'm giving him a reason to get up. He loves his football. And it's really interesting. One particular week, we engaged him for about 30 hours that week, going to different tournaments and putting on different events. The one day that I didn't see him was on the Friday, and I bumped into him in the high street, and he was drunk. Now there are great services out there, and there are lots of things happening, but he needs something to do. And for some people that's football. For others, like you guys here, it's music, you know? And there are lots of projects doing exactly the same sort of thing. It's finding what people want to do. Football is a universal language. I had the privilege of going out to Mexico about 7 years ago. I remember kicking the ball around in a dust bowl, what they call their pitch. And I put a football down, and I just waited for 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes there was a match going on. They directed some goals at the other end. There was a goalie, and 22 people were playing football. Not a word was spoken. And I think that's the language. Everybody understands the purpose. They understand the goal. And then those goals are then translated into the rest of their life. They understand the mechanics of what it takes to be a team, the social skills and everything that you can get through playing football. And finally, just a word of encouragement, because I want to thank you on behalf of the Homeless World Cup. I want to thank you on behalf of the 70 countries that are now engaged in this sort of process, the 30,000 people that the Homeless World Cup has affected, the 500 players that are going to be in Paris, and that one person who, by the money you've raised today, you're going to change his life. So on behalf of all of those people, I want to say thank you. And the final word really is, I carry this as a way of understanding how this works. Margaret Mead has a very famous quote. It takes thoughtful, like-minded people to change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has. Thank you.